Hey everybody, this is Calvin Waite. I trade crypto for a living. I'm not a registered or licensed financial advisor, planner, or broker, so nothing on this channel should be taken as a recommendation to buy or sell. I also trade all of these things, so I probably have a vested interest in there. But there's plenty of entertainment value and lots of education, so this will be awesome. For those of you who didn't know, my subscription channel is live. So look at the link in the description over at cryptoinfluencers.com and you can see how I make all of my trades and what I do and what I think about everything. This channel is for more hypothetical and looking at trends, and the other one is for actual trading. So you might be interested in that. Well, good morning, everybody. I just wanted to do a quick video this morning since CPI data came out better than expected, and there's a lot going on. The meltdown that we've seen over the past few days is definitely seeing a quick reversal, and so there's a lot of news out there. I specifically wanted to talk about Tether to help you guys see whether what's going on with that and the story there. But let's just take a quick look at the price. We hit a bottom yesterday of around, low of 15,600 or so. Really insane, really crazy. It's been just a wild meltdown day for the past couple of days. And then this morning, we bounced a decent amount. We've been climbing all night. And so I am looking for a reversal candle. Usually it was a high volume wick or a doji of some kind. I thought maybe we'd get that. I woke up this morning and there was a lot going on, and obviously you can see when this happened. We were looking at around a high of about 17,000, so we were kind of recovering anyway and just doing a natural support and moving up the right direction. But once CPI data came out, it just launched Bitcoin and the rest of the alts as well. So Ethereum, same story. But we were kind of bouncing anyway. So I think we were definitely in oversold territory, and it was just, people were just slowly buying all night long. So that's on the 5-minute chart. Ethereum is, ridiculous. It's reclaimed the 200-week moving average, and with 7.5 hours, it's hard to predict where we'll close. But if we were closing here, this is a bullish engulfing. So a lot of momentum shift over the past few days. I hope everyone's enjoyed the roller coaster. So I kind of woke up and was like, this is really weird. What's going on? And then I checked Twitter and I noticed that there were a ton of whale alerts that came through. Now, these kind of happen all day long, and I've scrolled back to before this happened, and you'll see that there's big moves of Bitcoin and USDC and Matic. Things are just moving around, and it'll kind of tell you where it's coming from. So lots from Binance and Coinbase. Sometimes there's unknown wallet movements and whatever. But if I scroll up, I started to see a whole bunch from Bitfinex. So this is XRP, so that's not exactly relevant. Let me move closer to the timeline where there was an issue. So this all looked pretty normal to me. But now, 6 hours ago, there was a big transfer of $70 million from Binance or from Bitfinex to an unknown wallet. And then there were some. Okay, so here it goes. Ethereum moved from Binance. 80 million moved from Binance to the Tether treasury. More moved from Tether to Bitfinex. So now Bitfinex to an unknown wallet. 150 million USDT moved from Bitfinex to the Tether treasury. And then there's Bitfinex to an unknown wallet, and it was just tons of USDT moved all around. Unknown wallet to Tether treasury. So a whole bunch was happening right during that time period about 4 hours ago. And I was like, whoa, there is a lot of movement happening. This is odd. I wonder if that has to do with this this depeg. So now things have kind of calmed down. There's a few movements here and there, but nothing like what was happening during that time. So on my chart, if you can kind of see down on the bottom right hand corner, I pulled in a ton of the USDT to USD pairs to just kind of see what's going on. And this is Bitstamp. And this is on the 5-minute chart. So on the 5-minute chart, right around that time, you could see that Bitstamp's peg, the USDT to USD peg, got thrown off. So this is about 4 hours ago, right when we were seeing all those movements happening. So there was a lot of pressure, and I think this is kind of a natural thing when people start throwing around fears that people start withdrawing or making a thing, and then the exchanges, they have to move money around to make sure that everything's fine. So even if they have the money, if it all happens at once and users are doing this in a rapid fashion, they still need to move things in place. So do I think that there's a problem? I think that there was risk of one, and you'll see that on the other exchanges, this would be Binance. It stayed pretty stable. Coinbase lost its peg for a bit. This is on Kraken. Kraken really kind of fell out, but we've since recovered. The only weird one is FTX, and I don't know if anyone's using that right now, so this I'm not sure even matters. But yeah, it's above the peg. It's $1.04 per USDT. But everything else kind of followed the same pattern. So it was kind of arbitrage between Bitfinex and the other exchanges. And Bitfinex is the one that invented it, and is where they are minting to and from in most cases. So this was kind of the bank run, but it's since recovered. So they have got a lot of assets, and they've done this for a long time and been in the space for a long time. They've been through a lot of stuff. And as funny as it might sound, USDC is a centralized stablecoin by Circle. They were one of the ones that invested in FTX, and there's a lot of government regulators and a lot of people. And I honestly don't trust USDC. I think they are more likely to censor and do things with USDC than USDT. I think USDT is a little bit more. I think it's just a little bit more, I don't know how to say it. It was just invented by the OGs in crypto, and it's just a different philosophy. And so I think they have the money to keep it going, and they are doing it. So yeah, I mean, that's just my opinion. If I go to the daily, you can see that there was a wild spike in Bitfinex. This was back when there were fears of depegging when Luna crashed. So USDT went down quite a bit, but refound its peg, and we're a little below. I mean, there's no question about it, but I personally just don't know if there's anything here. So yeah, back to the day. I mean, it's unreal. We're about to recapture 18,000 on Bitcoin. So we may have found our bottom. This was definitely a high volume spike. Definitely took 2 days. And now we're moving. So we've been just looking for the bottom of this bear cycle, and never has this happened before. We've never seen a lower low after the initial selling climax, but there's no doubt about this being a selling climax. And if we pull back up and get back into the range, it'll really be hard to sell bulls or the bears that there's a lot of downside, because this was a complete anomaly. And if we get back up to trading range, the fair value across all exchanges and opinions across the world, they price Bitcoin where people put that at. And if we only spent a short period of time down in these lower ranges and we recover and get back up to an average trading range that we've seen for the past, 150 days, it's a powerful message that prices are probably not going to be going lower. So there are some good days ahead. It's nice to see the recovery on the alts. They really bled hard though, so it will take a few days of this before we are back to where we were before. But there are a lot of coins that are doing well. I opened a position in Band yesterday, and holy cow, it's just amazing to see these 45% gains, and things are starting to move. So obviously you don't just recover everything all in one day. There's a lot at stake, and there's still some fallout that probably will happen, but I think we've seen the majority of it. I think people unloading because of FTX and having to cover liquidity, all of this happened out of necessity. And I think people that really know what the true value of these of crypto is, price it higher, that they see this as an anomaly. So I'm looking at some bullish days ahead. I really think that we are exiting the bear market, and we are going to be moving to higher ranges fairly soon. Thanks for making it to the end of my video. Make sure you keep those trades small. Don't force a trade. Don't get impatient. And if you want to see how all this works, please come over and check me out on the subscription channel at cryptoinfluencers.com. Again, the link is in the description.